Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be playing some Fortnite. Might be playing ranked. I don't know.
One day, me and my boy Sean decides to pick up B-Rye, who was like 25 minutes away from us, because we haven't seen him in some months. And at first, we weren't gonna go get him, but I don't know if you noticed. Newsflash: cars don't run off of love and affection. I needs the monies. So I was like, it's whatever. It's B-Rye, so I'll pull some strings. We go pick him up and bring him to the campus and go to the first spot, the game room. And keep in mind, we had our bags down on the floor along with other people's bags right next to ours. And mind you, Sean had two bags, an art bag and a school bag. We shooting some pool, playing some ping pong, B-Rod sitting down watching. After some time, we get tired, we leave, and we make our way to the library. We get there, pull out the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, some time passes, and Sean looks at me and is like, yo, Mello, that was my nickname back in college. I think I left my second book bag back at the game room, which was across campus. Can you and B-Ride do me a favor and go get it, because I got class? I'm like, okay, I don't mind. Vamonos, everybody let's go. So we venture back to the game room, and here's where things get ugly. When we get to the game room, we notice that everybody's bags are gone except for his, and the bag is still in the same area where he left it. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's his bag. Still in the same spot, nobody stole it. Cool, I grab it, we make our way to the library, and dog, I kid you not, as soon as we get to the library, we get back to Sean. He looks in the bag and notices that's not his bag. Oh, crap. The only thing on our minds was to get to stepping. So we rush out the library and make our way as fast as possible to the game room and put the bag back. And before we ever even got the chance to see the game room in our distance, two cops pull up. Oh, crap. They get out their cars, beep their radios, and it's like, yeah, 1025, we got the suspects in custody. Whoa, suspects? What you mean, suspects? This look like Among Us? He starts pulling out some handcuffs.
Don't worry, my brother. We just gotta detain y'all and take you down to the station for some questioning. Now put your hands behind your back.
Now, officer, just listen. This is a misunderstanding. I can explain.
Oh, no. This ain't no misunderstanding. We saw the cameras.
Cameras? What you mean, cameras? Everybody around us sitting back and watching like it's a freaking football game. And at this point, we both nervous and scared. But me, I'm also pissed because we didn't know what was about to happen. The whole day was chill until this bull crap happened. But all I know is I wanted to scream, thug like so bad. I'll get into that car, which was the mindset that I had at the time. Because that life is nothing to glorify. All it does is bring you some pain and some jail time. For anybody watching that's been in handcuffs before, y'all know that, bruh, it is so uncomfortable. They put us both in two separate cars and take us down to the library. But for what? And as soon as we pull up, coincidentally, Sean walks out at the same time they pull up. Talk about divine timing. They tell him that they're detaining him, and why? To get in the car. And of course, with no hesitation, he agrees. But they didn't put handcuffs on this nigga, bro. I was just talking to these two about this nigga before recording and editing it, and I'm still mad at the fact that they didn't get him handcuffed. Why? Why were we the only two in the cars that were freaking handcuffed? I don't get that. They take us down to the police station, they unhandcuffed us, we walk inside, and they tell us to sit down in the chairs on the wall for questioning. Now keep in mind, there were three cops in that room with us. One light-skinned cop that looked at us like we slapped his wife or something. A dark-skinned cop that was sitting at his desk on his computer laughing and joking on us.
Look at y'all, bud suckers. Out here committing crime.
Who's the real dirty game? I guess I'm the real dirty game. Uh-oh, got a real comedian over here. He busting out, baby. That's why he's here. And a brown-skinned cop got dogging us.
You did it. You did it. I know you did it. Stop lying to me. I know y'all stole the boy's bag. You can't fool me.
Stole the boy's bag? Nigga, you still a bag? This is Sean stuff.
We got a call from somebody saying that their bag was stolen from the game room, and we saw two of you on the cameras that picked it up and left. And Patrick Star over here was associated with y'all hours before. So admit it, y'all stole it.
Bro, we constantly argued to this man that we did not steal this man's bag and that this was a misunderstanding because the bag that we took looked exactly like Sean's second bag. And of course, this old man dogs us for 30 straight cards while looking through our bags.
Stop lying to me, son. Just admit it. Y'all stole it. I swear I'll throw you in jail for lying to me.
Before I heard this man yell at us with his bitch breath, before I felt like we were gonna start smelling like old man breath, I'm sitting in my chair like, look at us, old nigga. Do we look like the type to steal? You literally found Yu-Gi-Oh cards, a bunch of childhood drawings, and a pack of gum in Sean's bag. And this man B-Rye got a Pokemon trainer hat and a messenger bag. And I just got a computer and some cards. Who are we hurting? State Finger, the old farts like,
If somebody don't mess up, all y'all are going to jail. I don't like liars.
and the other two cops leave into the back after trying to get our IDs. And bro, we were all literally so stressed out because we didn't want to go to jail for a misunderstanding, and the fact that this man literally is dogging us for absolutely no reason because they looked us up and we didn't have any freaking criminal history. It got to the point where me and Sean just accepted our fate and was ready to do the time, and we agreed to make a song when we get out on some T-Grizzly type ish until my boy B-Rye, the legend, the GOAT, pulled out the Uno wild card on these niggas, bro. We used the realest jutsu known to the anime community. Talk, no. B-Rye explained to the man that his dad was a strict top-level military man, that he raised him on being honest and to never tell a lie, and felt that military kids aren't like that. And then he further explained that he grew up with me and Sean and that we'd never do something like that, and promised this man that we weren't lying, and if we did, then he'd take full responsibility. All as the other two cops are walking out. And in my mind, I'm like, bruh, all that pillow talking ain't gonna work on a dude like him, but we don't got that many more weapons in our arsenal, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. And bruh, I kid you not, as soon as the other two cops completely leave, this old man's expression went from pissed and determined to sympathetic and surprised after hearing that. We definitely did not know what was about to happen after that because he tells me and B-Rye to go into the break room and for Sean to wait on the wall. And when I say this conversation happened like leaders, this conversation even shocked me. Old man looks at us and he's like, all right, boys, listen, I'm gonna let you go, but only because your friend seemed genuine and his father is a part of the military. I thank your father for his service, and I don't think that military kids would tell lies like that. That's crazy because I know plenty of military kids that lie.
My apologies for coming at you so hard out there. I was just doing my job, just doing my job.
So you telling me you did all that rah to keep your cop status in check around your coworkers? Reasonable.
However, it's under one condition. You can't step on this campus ever again. If I see you, you getting arrested for trespassing. Understood?
Now in my mind, I'm like, B-Rye's dad is the GOAT. No, matter of fact, thank God for putting the thought in our head to go get B-Rye that day. Because imagine if that would have happened and B-Rye wasn't there to save us with his dad's military cred. We walked out that room and Sean looked at us confused, but I gave him the nigga, get your stuff, don't say a word, and let's go. Look, instantly he knew exactly what I meant. He got his stuff, the old man gave us our bags back, and he drove us back to the campus. In the rain. When we got dropped off in the rain, we ran over to my car, freaked out for like 20 minutes, and yeah. After we calmed down, I told the guys I was gonna make a video out of this one day. So, here we are. After that day, we didn't mention it to B-Rye's dad, but every time I saw him, I'd tell him thank you without telling him why. And he'd look at me like a crazy person. Also, we never brought B-Rye back to campus. Ever. Moral of the story, some situations, it's about who you know, not what you know. At the end of my painful journey,
If you're not 100% satisfied with the quality of any Aldi product, we'll replace it and refund your money.
journey through the village hidden in the streets. I have acquired a Thanagon. And you might be thinking, hey, what is a Thanagon? See, this is a very real skill that anybody can acquire. No joke. A Thanagon is a version of a Sharingan that allows you to see red flags from a female or male undercover thought or happens primarily acquired through people who are mounted to the only people that can't get this ability though are active simps because they never learn. They let black Chinas dry out their pockets and run them over. They bang back there in those Kool-Aid jugs. And the most important thing, yeah, sorry, Melanie. have
Bro, like, what am I supposed to do
she's
against a
on the
fucking
streets. I
LMG,
didn't
bro?
know her. We're gonna call her Peaches. Head put this out into the air. Peaches was bad. I'm talking shorty's player build.
Look at that, bro.
Skin, jet black hair, pretty brown eyes, waist so slim you can slide down it, booty so plump you have a if a Coke bottle had a body, it would be her. They all of fame. They're in this range, probably because she had this range in the streets. Shorty was on that Ruby Rose type beat. If she had a OnlyFans, I'm 100% sure she would sell 100K in 48 hours. Now at the time I didn't know tits came with problems. You dating Peaches? Yeah, bro, I'm not bag. Like, what's the problem? She on the streets, nigga! She on the I'm sitting there confused and a little bit heated. So my stubborn, gullible self let what they said go through one ear and out the other. Because, I wanted to give her a chance. Maybe see the good in her. Because she was mad, innocent, and from what she showed me, didn't seem like the type to belong to the streets. However, I should have kept my guard up. Because she was dark name was a Jedi. Throughout our relationship, I saw a lot of red flags that I just brushed off like it was nothing, but I'm only going to go over 4. I remember every time we'd be away from each other, and I'd call her, and be like, girl, yes. She'd be like, with a red flag, boy. And I understand, but this one wasn't. So, fellas, let me put you on game. If she says I'm with my friend, then no, she's actually with her real friend. But if she says I'm with a friend, that means she's with a dude and she's getting clapped. Say I'm lying. Damn. After the first flag, our relationship started looking like a roller coaster. Whenever we chill or watch a movie or play a game, I'd always notice she would lay her phone down, face down, and never on its back. When she'd get a text, she'd answer it away from me, then put it right back face down. What's going on?
Okay, so that's just completely cheating.
Watch your girl and she keeps her phone down on its face when she's not using it at all. You'll thank me later. Because that's basically giving somebody a vibe of you're nervous about what notifications pop up, so you got your phone taking back shots. Back when people actually use Snapchat religiously and we post each other on our stories, I looked at a Snap score and what threw me off was that she had a Snap score of 1,200,000. Who has time for all that? She was a celebrity in truth. Her coochie gotta be the size of the elastic bullworm from SpongeBob. On top of that, almost everybody I saw that watched her stories were athletes from school. This story is about this flag green on it. You sitting at this point. And let me make this very clear real quick. Any girl that has more than a Snap score should never be trusted. Somebody always told me that she played all those activities we had during PE. You decided to pick behind the bleachers. Come on. Whenever we weren't chilling together, whenever I text her, I'd wait and wait.
Like, bro, like, all he does is spam. I can't do anything.
Bobby Schmurder got out of jail by the time she even texted me.
Oh my god!
Back was long. This bride takes me back 15 hours later every night. Lag, smoking crack. Because she'd always hit me with the sorry for the late reply. I just be busy. Yeah, you be busy bouncing on them dick. I mean, no problem. You're a busy woman. I respect it. Understand this. There's not a single woman on God's green earth that is that busy. You have time to go watch TV, do your makeup in 3 hours, or talk to your best friend on the phone for 5 hours, then you have time to text me. And you know what really grinds my gears? That same day, I watched her Snapchat, and she was in the car with 3 guys. Not just any guys. These were basketball players at my school.
Like, bro!
The part about this showed her kissing another dude. Bro, I'm convinced at this point, she's not even hiding it. And just tell her just not even there. She's a very small person, so 3 guys.
Get the freak out of my builds!
Yeah. You know how that day ended. When you say Riley raid, so I came up with the conclusion that the streets were too crowded and the interstate was a little bit packed. So I decided to move this status to the area. Now this wasn't over. It just been wicked. Got inside of me after seeing that until we met the next day. And this is exactly how it went. So in the words of Kevin Hart, it's about to go down. As a kid, I used to watch football. I didn't say he was my mentor. So if you don't get this reference, you and I made sure to recite everything I watched that day before, regardless of anything she'd say. We meet up and she cooked for some reason. Who cares? As soon as I got that meeting, I could bring her about the video. And a lot of videos to try to make this real, to try to lighten the situation. This is pure evidence, no explanation. Bro, then this
Spamming is still live.
told me everything I needed to know. The next thing I know, she starts crying and hitting me with the
It didn't mean anything. It just happened. We were in the moment.
oh, you was in the shut your lane. You know what? You ain't even worth my time. Over here talking about you was in the moment. Jada Pickett was in the moment, and look what happened.
Baby, please, I still got feelings for you. Give me another chance.
You're not playing me for a fool, Peaches. I'm not going out like that. Not for you, not anymore. Go drop them balls in your hoop with them basketball players. I'm sure they'd love to dunk on you, just like the others. And one last thing, baby. That chicken was dry. Real dry. Nowadays, we've entered the age of online. And you know what that means now? That means we can do anything over the internet from our homes now. Order food, shop, stream regular and adult movies, make money, talk to people. You can literally run an entire business from the comfort of your own home. See, growing up, we didn't have that luxury of being that lazy, all right? Because we had to physically get up and go there to get a game from GameStop. When you get there, you walk in, the atmosphere is just stunning. They got games, toys, in-game purchase cards, systems, apparel, TVs showing the latest games coming out that year, that old throwback section where you can find any game that was popping bottles before your current gen of gaming, a gigantic Halo statue in the middle of the store. They had it all, man. See, going in GameStop as a kid back then felt like home. But see, here's the problem. Going to GameStop on a regular was dang near impossible because my parents would be like,
You got GameStop money? You got McDonald's money?
you got rent money? So when you finally convinced your parents to take you to GameStop, they limited you to one game. One. Two if you get lucky. I always wondered why though. Now looking back on it though, I kinda get it. Your mom already has to spend the money, right? So don't ask her for more and voluntarily give her a reason to just even get more mad and change her mind. Like, I mean, no way.
I did that nigga 35 times.
They got that 2-for-1 deal. 2 games in the price of 1? Very good for alluring strict moms in their natural habitat. There's always a downside to going to GameStop. You probably already know what I'm about to say. Yeah. Trade-ins. GameStop is one of the most gangster corporations I've ever seen in my life, son. And they still do this same thing to this day. To this day. If you go in there and buy a new release game for $60, play it for 2 months, let it collect dust for another month, even though the game is still worth $60. Go back to GameStop and trade it in for some money, thinking you're about to get something close to the original. GameStop is $6. I don't know about some of you rich folks out there, but for me growing up, I repeat, never got an allowance. My parents taught me since birth. You hear that spit on the mic? Since birth. That chores were something you were supposed to do. So when I rode my bike there and didn't get much back from those devils,
came, guess who kept the money? Me. You got McDonald's money? Yes, I do. You see these red bottoms, Mom? Yeah, I'm a boss. You're a worker, Mom. I don't dance now. I make money, boo. You need something? I'll let you know. Once I got old enough to get a job and save up money for games and consoles instead of relying on my parents, I would just walk or ride my bike down to GameStop because I was privileged enough to have it down the block. It was real risky going by myself though, because I lived in a town full of thieves and chaos. So best believe I'd speed ride or walk at the time. Because they bike rides and walk were getting my calf muscle. Right, I remember I was 16, the PS4 was about to release that year. It was mind-blowing. Like something we've never even seen before that. Everybody was going to for Coco Plus over the PS4. I seen a garbage truck full of PS3s pass my house every single day. On release day, there was always an early release for reserved console purchases at midnight, and the lines would be as long as my dictionary. Luckily, I got to make it to one of those reserved midnight releases because I reserved my PS4 and 6 Game Boy Advance. So I got to be a part of that line. I was in that line like, Side note, that song came on every Sunday morning. If you know, you know. Now let me just make something very clear about that midnight I was getting that PS4. Something was very off about GameStop that day. A little foreshadowing, it wasn't a get-in, get-out operation. Because as the lines got shorter, things got real weirder. Because when the line eventually made its way in the store, I noticed there were a lot of people, but they're not more important than these people I saw. There was one employee, a woman with a gigantic purse in her toddler, a guy with a bag over by the racks that's been sitting in that same spot for 20 minutes looking back and forth at the cameras, and a guy with baggy pants and a baggy shirt. Not only did I notice those things specifically, I also noticed for some reason all of the racks, things on it, were close to the line leading to the front counter. Does that not seem suspicious? Y'all ever get that feeling when you go somewhere and you get this weird feeling of anxiety that something's about to happen? That's how I'm at this point. But I ain't saying nothing. I ain't 6'9". I just kept it all to myself. Just observe. But just when I tried to brush it off my shoulder as a quinky dink, things got weirder. Alright, everybody, can I get your attention? Can I get your... Hey! Stop! Stop! Ooh. Listen. I am closing tonight. Boss man left the store in my hands. We only have 3 people left. Let's get these PS4s out. I look to the front counter, and it's like everybody's playing Fortnite green. Because when the employees would turn around and look for another reserved PS4 to give out, everyone I just named stole something. I'm bamboozled. It's like before they came into the store, they were sitting down at a table like, all right, you're going to be here, 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 and here. Every time he turns around, everybody takes something. Oh, I guess everybody in this room is talk right now. Blind as a bat to the cameras that's literally recording me. Maybe they didn't care about the recording. They didn't see how they were in the town full of thieves. They probably would have just never got caught in because people cover their tracks all the time. They stole something every time he turned around for 10 seconds. Full 180 degrees. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. But just when I thought things couldn't get any weirder, the toddler turns around while slowly putting a toy in his pocket and says to me, "You see something?" I ain't seen nothing. Ever since I was up next to this earth, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. Bro, this kid looked like he was 2 and is using full sentences, clear vocabulary. What did this lady put in his milk? Man, he got me over here sweating bullets. But I'm 3 times his age. As the line got shorter, they kept stealing and stealing and stealing. At this point, it's starting to look like a King Science exposure.
With Asana, AI teammates can help level up your goals by connecting them to relevant projects, so every team knows their role in the bigger picture. Asana, the #1 AI work management platform. Try it for free today at asana.com.
Out the corner of my eye, I see this dude standing outside the window, staring at all this happening. He stares at me, I stare at him back. After 5 seconds of staring, boom! Dude put the burners on and dashed off. And I'm thinking in my head like, I'm gonna die. I'm really gonna die. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I'm about to die. You know what?
That was nobody. Maybe he wanted a PS4 and couldn't get in. No big deal. Kuna Matata, Timon and Pumbaa. That means no worries. But out of nowhere, I felt this certain urge to do the same thing everybody was doing, even though I knew the cameras were right there. Because y'all should know, back then, I was a follower. Sheep of the flock. But it's alright, I'm grown now. I'm a shepherd now. I lead the flock. When I move, you move. Just like that. I know you want to do it. Yeah. That new Sonic game looks good, don't it? Running, jumping. I know you want to find them 7 Chaos Emeralds, huh? Just take it. Everybody else is doing it. Why not you?
Listen, my Buddha, this is not the way. Do not listen to that booty scratcher. He smokes 6 packs a day.
That wrestling game looks real good right now. Smacking down, hitting it raw. I know you like the jump rope. I like jumping ropes too. You like jumping ropes, do you?
No, my brother. Booty scratcher.
Ropes.
Booty scratcher.
Ropes.
Booty scratcher.
Ropes.
That's the dude from outside.
Everybody, stop. You, stay put. You're fired. You didn't care if they stole it all. You didn't do anything. However, you could have spoke up. But here's your PS4. I'll ring you up. You're free to go. So, apparently that was the boss outside the window watching the entire time in a spot nobody could see him, but I spotted him. According to him, he did it to see how his employees would handle this store while he was gone, because for some weeks prior, things would go missing every time he let the employee handle the shop. It turns out this was an issue that happened for a long time, so issue resolved. Moral of the story, don't be a follower. Be a leader, man. Don't do anything anybody else does in order to bring your own. Because think about it, the original is always worth more than the copy. I know I overcame that struggle in my life. So I'm hyping myself up like, right? I've been eating Arby's for years. I got this. Now you probably wonder, why is this mocha chocolate dude with large fried extra salt 2 bites away from diabetes, dreadlocks, and skin telling a story so personal and so open? Well, if you take a look at my track record of personal memories I told to the world, you have a clear understanding of how not afraid I am of telling the world my mistakes and flaws. Now, I don't tell my experience and real stories as much as
I'll give
used
him
to
that.
these
That was
days,
cool.
but
That was
I did a
cool.
poll last week and the streets were hungry. So, yeah. Let me feed my hungry.
After this, I might
So about 7 months
play a
ago,
couple
at the
games
start
of
of
ranking.
January 2021, I had a falling out with a girl that I had been technically dating for a while. We're gonna use her nickname I gave her, Cookie. It's actually mind-blowing how we met. That's what it is. I say technically dating because me and her made it clear that we were just in a talking phase, but that's cap because we didn't do talking phase stuff. We did relationship stuff. Now, even though we fell out, I can honestly say, with all due respect that she earned from me, I have nothing bad to say about her because she treated me better than any people I had experienced before her. She was patient, she was nurturing, kind, submissive, loyal, a super freak, all the above. Except for the reason I had to go. That's a discussion. Yeah.
Alright, bro. So my teammate hit him once.
Not 100% eye candy, but I still love her though because she was a rare Pokemon that I was fortunate enough
Yo, you got the mic.
Beta, sick. We don't love these hoes. Red pill, get spilled.
You got a mic?
Back then, we both went to separate colleges in the same city. So whenever I had time, she always wanted
Crouch
me
if
to
you
see
don't
her
got a
and
mic.
spend the night at her dorm. Plus, we were homebodies, so we had a routine. But that was if you weren't going out to do stuff, I'd pull up and vibe for a couple hours. And then around nighttime, she'd cook us both food. Then she'd throw on
How
some
did
easy
you not hit
access
him
clothes,
once?
i.e. shorts. Then we Netflix and chill in her bed with her powerful first couple against her own. But and this usually resulted in her being down for anything because she was a freak. I was too. One day during our routine, it nasty. She decided that she wants me to eat that macaroni in her pot for the first time. Which is cool and all, because she said she'd caress my Dragon Balls and summon Shinron after. But at the time, I had zero experience swimming through Niagara falls. Why? Because in my very small number of previous relationships and living experiences, they never cared about me doing it anyway. No, they were more in love with just summoning my Keyblade and sending me to the shower room, which was fine with me because that's one less task in the already I gotta worry about. Why? Because for some reason, at the time when it came down to using my mouth to drink from a girl's river, I just didn't have any interest in doing it anyway. Why? Because for some reason, something always gave me the chills just looking at it. I know it's mandatory if she's gonna stroke my power pole with her gums, but I just don't know why. Maybe salami sandwiches freak me out. Maybe I wasn't as much of a freak as I thought I was back then. I just don't know why. Maybe I was just in my head too much. Paranoid maybe? When she gave me access,
You doing the same thing.
Before, I was nervous because females that already are experienced don't like unexperienced men. Am I right, ladies? So I did what any idiot secretly holding under applied pressure because he doesn't want to mess up an opportunity would do. Put on an act. I told her I ate a couple of honey pots in the past and I didn't do it, which was cap. But I had to make up my mind quick because we were already in the mood. It was getting hot in there, no Nelly. I done had a mouthful of chicken breast. She was looking like the Pacific Ocean down there. Plus, to her, based on the stuff we did 2 minutes ago, it looked like I had experience in that field of study. And I didn't want to disappoint her.
Bro, shut up with your marking, bro. Like, I know he's there. Bro!
Brain blast. And remember that in moments like these, the only thing you should focus on is pleasuring your partner, i.e. making them explode. That changed my whole mindset. The mission now was to focus on her not turning into the Sahara Desert by making her water dam explode. So I put my pride to the side and got ready to jump off the plane into the ocean. And mind you, this is my first time.
Well, that's gonna be it, guys. I'm sorry for raging, but I'm gonna catch y'all guys later. Bye.